Hi everyone, we are excited to have you here in today's fun-filled learning session at Uolo. Here is a quick look at how you can submit your work after the class. As a first step, go to live.uolo.com. You can use any browser to access this site. On this page, you will see a list of all our classes. Scroll down and you can see the Submit Your Work button. And then you will see a list of the classes that you've last attended, which could, for example, show the dance or craft or science experiment classes you've attended recently. Next, it will show you the list of children whose names are registered in this mobile number. Choose your name from this list to submit your work. For instance, if you are Satvik Kumar, choose that name. And then choose the class for which you would like to make your submission. For example, if you've attended the New Year's Masquerade Party session and you'd like to make the submission for this class, click on the Submit Your Work button below that. And then upload the photo you've taken. Choose the image from your phone and click Submit. You can scroll down and view all your past submissions and see how many of your friends or peers have liked your work. You can also see others' work and like their work to inspire your friends. If you want to showcase your work on social media, that too is very simple. Click on Share, copy the link and post it on Instagram or Facebook or any other platform of your choice. Just a tiny reminder, your submission looks a lot better if you could click a photo in the landscape mode rather than the portrait mode. Do not forget to tag us at YOLO_app. I'm eagerly looking forward to all your submissions right after this class.
Hi everybody, how are you all doing? Good. Oh, that's great. Sorry, I haven't been keeping well. So, today we are going to start a new course. Are you excited for it? Yes, I am super duper excited. So today I thought, why not do something based on authors? We used to do stories, right, before. So I thought, let us pick up a few famous authors and let us take their famous stories and learn something from those stories about the author, like a mixed class, a fun class, and of course an activity after that. Are you excited to go ahead on this journey with me? Yes? Great. So we are going to be covering 4 very famous authors in this course, and we're going to start from the oldest to the newest, most probably. If not that, then we're going to be starting with the most basic story and then coming ahead. So today we are going to be doing Rabindranath Tagore. In the next class, we'll do J.K. Rowling. All of you all know J.K. Rowling, right? Harry Potter, guys. Yes? Very good. Then we have Ruskin Bond, and then we have R.K. Narayan. Okay, so we are going to be doing all these authors and one famous story from their collection. So starting with Rabindranath Tagore today. How many of y'all know about Rabindranath Tagore? Anybody? He's a very famous person. No? Okay, so Rabindranath, he was there in India even before partition took place. Okay, so he was born in 1861. So before I start telling you all about him, why don't I show you all who he is? So this is Rabindranath Tagore. Okay, and he was born in Kolkata on May 7th, 1861. Okay. Many of you all may have heard or read stories about Shanti Niketan. Yes, Shanti Niketan is like a school kind of a place which was built by Rabindranath Tagore, which provided equality in education to all the genders, irrespective of their caste, creed, race, religion, gender. Okay, because at that time they were Britishers, so they were very rigid. They did not allow Indians to get educated that easily. Okay, only the ones who were serving for them, their children could get educated. So he was the one who started his own school, Shanti Niketan. Okay, that's where ultimately he started living. So his house. Okay, and he has written multiple famous stories. Okay, they are numerous, but there's this one story that I really like, and I would like you all also to know that particular story. So the name is Kabuliwala. How many of y'all have heard the story? Everyone in the chat box, just tell me yes or no. Quickly, just reply yes or no. Okay, okay. No, none of y'all have heard. Oh, but Rabindranath Tagore is such a famous author. In fact, he was there. No, he was not only an author, he was a very, very famous activist as well. Okay, if y'all haven't heard about him, no problem at all. I am here. I'm going to tell you all about him. More than that, I'm going to narrate a story which is known as Kabuliwala, which you all haven't heard. So just to give you a gist, it's about a small little girl and a Kabuliwala. Who's a Kabuliwala? Kabuliwala is the person who had come from Kabul to sell the exotic grapes, almonds, all the dry fruits basically. Okay, let's start. Great. So the person that you can see in front of you right now, can you see the screen? Give me a thumbs up if that's a yes. Okay, great. So the person that you all can see on the screen right now is also an author, but he is not Rabindranath Tagore. Okay, so this is an author in the story. So one day he was sitting and he was writing. Okay, and of course, let me give you a background. He had a wife and a girl child named Minnie. Okay, so he was sitting and writing, and suddenly his daughter Minnie came, and she started asking very silly questions. So Minnie was a girl. Minnie was an extremely talkative girl. She could not sit quiet even for a short span of time. Okay, so she started asking her father questions. Daddy, do you know the watchman? He was calling a crow. A crow? How silly can he be? Okay, Daddy, what is my mummy to you? Will be wife, right? But she used to keep on asking silly questions. Okay. And being a father, he used to dote on her. He used to love her so much that he never told her anything. And before the author could answer any of this question, any of her questions, you know what she did? She sat down and she started tapping her knees. Okay, and her father was just going to love her and answer all her questions. Before that, she ran to the window and she started shouting, "Oh Kabuliwala, oh Kabuliwala." And what happened? She kept shouting again and again. Okay, and the Kabuliwala turned and saw Minnie. And Minnie just ran and she hid in a corner of the house. You know why did she hide? Because she felt that this Kabuliwala had 2 or 3 children in her bag just like her. So maybe she thought he's a kidnapper. I think I should be more careful. She was extremely scared, and that's why she hid in a corner and she decided not to show him her face again. And then finally, what happened? The Kabuliwala entered the house through the door. Okay, and when he did not see Minnie, the father was there. So, what happened? The father called him in and sat down. And he was just casually talking about politics, about Kabul, about India and the economies, just a casual talk. And then Kabuliwala was also interested and he was like telling properly where he's from and how things take place. Just then he decided that he's going to buy something from him. and he called his daughter Minnie, and Kabuliwala gave him a few nuts. Okay, and the father explained to Minnie that there's no need to be scared of this man. He's extremely sweet and generous. Okay, because she wasn't ready to take the nuts. She was like, I don't take nuts. I don't take anything from strangers. Few days passed by. You know how children are like, right? If they really like someone, if they really bond with someone, they will play. It's just that they should not be scared of that person, right? So a few days passed by and the father could hear some noise in the background. So he decided to go to the backyard or the garden which they had. And what did he see? He saw Minnie was sitting on the bench and Kabuliwala was sitting on the floor and they were chit-chatting. And to his surprise, remember Minnie had a habit of talking a lot. To his surprise, Kabuliwala was extremely patient, like the most patient person he'd ever seen with Minnie. Okay, he was patiently listening to Minnie talk and everything, and they had a really nice bonding. The father really appreciated that. Okay, the other man's patience with her child. Whose father won't appreciate, right? So Minnie also had a very nice habit. So when they were talking with to each other, Minnie always used to ask uh, the Kabuliwala, when are you going to father-in-law's house? You know what is father-in-law's house referred to over here? For the Kabuliwala only. That's a jail. And he always would say, soon, soon, I'll go soon. Don't worry. So that's a jail, okay? And saying that to a kid just to please her is so dangerous. So dangerous. Okay. So yeah, time passed by and their bonding grew stronger and stronger. He used to come every day. They used to chit chat. Nothing really changed. And Kabuliwala used to tell him other various stories. And of course, his father did like them. But one day there was a lot of ruckus. And when his father came out, he saw that the Kabuliwala is being taken away by the cops. And he was so scared. He's like, suddenly what happened? And God knows what had happened. We don't know. And then Minnie saw Kabuliwala going with the cops. And she shouted again, oh Kabuliwala, are you going to your father-in-law's house? Kabuliwala looked at her, smiled, and he said, yes, I'm going to my father-in-law's house. And after that, years passed, not days and months, years passed. And it was the night when we come to the night when Minnie was about to get married. And the author was again writing something when this old man came to the door. Okay. And he was just talking and the man did not recognize, but then he said, I'm the Kabuliwala. So he had some dried grapes and some raisins and almonds, dry fruits basically, which he had bought in a paper. He told that I was released from the prison yesterday and I would like to give this to Minnie. And the author was like, but I'm afraid that won't be possible. You can't meet Minnie because it is a wedding day. However, I would like to pay you for whatever you got for her. And he said, no, you don't understand. I see my daughter in Minnie. I am a father too. I come here every year, basically. I come to this place every year to sell, to earn money. And then he removed a dirty paper, which had ink stains on it, a handprint on it. He said, this is the handprint of my daughter. This stays close to me forever. So your daughter just reminds me of my daughter. The author had tears in his eyes and he asked someone to call Minnie. And then he decided that whatever happens, he should meet my daughter. Minnie came in red dress, beautifully decorated, like she had just worn everything a bright vest. And Kabuliwala instantly remembered the glimpse of how they used to play together like a father and daughter in the initial days, right? So that was a very lovely memory. At that point of time, he said, oh, Are you going to your father-in-law's place? And Minnie just could not stop blushing because she remembered how she used to play. So she just looked down and she started blushing. And then after she left, he just went down on his knees. His own daughter, he thought that, oh my God, she must have grown up so much. She must have also become of marriageable age, and he would not be able to see her. He was in tears. He really wanted to see his daughter. And the author could also understand his emotions because he was a father too. And that's when he decided to give him a blank check. He said, take this check, go back to your country, and go and see your daughter. That's the only thing you would actually want to do right now. Don't miss on this. So this was a beautiful story of Kabuliwala. There are many other stories too, which are as interesting as this one. But of course, this has my heart because it's about a relationship, a lovely relationship between a father and a daughter. Every daughter will be able to relate to this. And of course, guys relate it. Right? Y'all do have a bonding with your fathers, your mothers. Every bond is very special, cannot be compared. Right? Okay. Now, guys, what we are going to do is we are going to draw a scene from the Kabuliwala. Okay, we are going. Sorry, we are going to draw a scene from this. What do you say? From this movie that we just saw. Okay, and yes, let's go ahead and do it. Are you all ready? Okay, so what I want you all to do is, I'm going to share my screen again. I'm going to show you the exact drawing that we are going to draw, the scene that we are going to draw. Ready? Can you see the scene? I want you to draw this scene. Okay, now the guidelines for drawing. It's okay if you don't draw the background, the doors, the windows, just the two people will also do. Bonus points if you all can draw everything, no problem at all. You all can choose any color scheme. If Minnie is in green, not necessary for you all to do her in green. You all can use any color. Same goes for Kabuliwala. Any color is okay. It should be just beautiful. Put your imagination, your creativity into this, and no other problems I have. Okay, no other restrictions. Like I tell you, it's your drawing. You need to be as creative as you want. Get it? Okay, very good, guys. So yes, we are going to go ahead quickly, and then we will continue with Rabindranath Tagore. Okay, I'm just going to give you like a little more information about Rabindranath Tagore because he was one of the most famous authors of his time. Yes? One second. Sorry. Okay. Or can I do one thing? I'll just keep on telling you all about Rabindranath Tagore while you'll draw this. Draw it beautiful, and remember you'll need to make the submissions. I'm going to explain the submission process at the end, but just okay. So, like I told you, Rabindranath Tagore was not only an author. What was he? So he was an Indian polymath. That means he was a poet, he was a writer, he was a playwright, the theater plays. He was a composer, he was a philosopher, he was a social reformer, an activist, remember? And a painter. You know the Asiatic Library in Mumbai? Yes, that's at the Ornament Circle. Yes, so he was a fellow of the Royal Asiatic Society. Okay. He reshaped the Bengali literature and music as well as Indian art with contextual modernism. Yes, what do you understand by that? So, of course, he was a Bengali, right? He was born in Kolkata. At that time, it was known as Calcutta. Today, it's known as Kolkata. When he was born, he was a Bengali. So he's written a lot in Bengali literature. But what happened over a period of time, Bengali is extremely good at English. So he learned a lot of English, and he got about reforms in the Indian art and modern touch to his poems. Even till date, the poems that he has written, the more intricate poems that he has written, okay, have a very, very broad prospect towards things. Okay, they are very modern. It seems like he has written it today. Okay, it's based on today's time. So he's written a poem which can fit it's up for every decade till now. Okay, so the poems, his writings, his art reforms, everything had a very modern touch to it. Okay, and of course, he also wanted freedom, and that's the reason why he worked very hard with the Britishers to bring about reforms in the education system so that all the people in India could receive education. And he also went to the extent that when he was going to be awarded a prize by the Britishers, he refused because they weren't allowing Indians education. So that's the extent he went up to. Yes. So, like, we should really be proud of these people. Okay. Are we done drawing? Okay, I can see. Oh, very good, Anupama. Good job. Good job, Mala. Very good. I can see your drawing. Very good. You're welcome. Okay, is everyone done? Give me a thumbs up, all those who are done. Done? Drawing. Only drawing. You all can color later. Done? Okay, so everybody just show me your drawings together. I'm just going to have a look. Very good, guys. Good job. I'm so proud of you all. Very good. Very good. Good job. Good job. Okay, guys. So what we are going to do is we are going to color this up and send in your entries. I'm going to select top 10 and feature them on our website. Okay. Any doubts? Any doubts? No. Color it the way you want. Beautify it. You'll have 2 days to submit your entries. I'm going to select top 10 and I'm going to feature them on our website. The procedure is going to be shown to you all in a second. Okay. So just hang on and just revise the submission process because I want to see it. Yes. So I hope you learned a lot about a little bit about Ravindra Tagore and one of his very famous stories. Yes. I hope you liked it as much as I did. Yes. Stick on, attend the next class. We are going to do J.K. Rowling, the story of Harry Potter. How many of you are excited? I'm very excited. Okay, until next class. Bye.
Hi everyone, we are excited to have you here in today's fun-filled learning session at Uolo. Here is a quick look at how you can submit your work after the class. As a first step, go to live.uolo.com. You can use any browser to access this site. On this page, you will see a list of all our classes. Scroll down and you can see the Submit Your Work button. And then you will see a list of the classes that you've last attended, which could, for example, show the dance or craft or science experiment classes you've attended recently. Next, it will show you the list of children whose names are registered in this mobile number. Choose your name from this list to submit your work. For instance, if you are Satvik Kumar, choose that name. And then choose the class for which you would like to make your submission. For example, if you've attended the New Year's Masquerade Party session and you'd like to make the submission for this class, click on the Submit Your Work button below that. And then upload the photo you've taken. Choose the image from your phone and click Submit. You can scroll down and view all your past submissions and see how many of your friends or peers have liked your work. You can also see others' work and like their work to inspire your friends. If you want to showcase your work on social media, that too is very simple. Click on Share, copy the link and post it on Instagram or Facebook or any other platform of your choice. Just a tiny reminder. Your submission looks a lot better if you could click a photo in the landscape mode rather than the portrait mode. Do not forget to tag us at YOLO_app. I'm